A Love Eternal, the tragic tale of Romeo and Juliet. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene, two households, both alike in dignity, were locked in a bitter feud that spanned generations. Amidst the strife and turmoil, two star-crossed lovers, Romeo and Juliet, found themselves entwined in a tale of passion, tragedy, and unyielding love. Romeo, the son of the noble Montague family, was a young man of boundless energy and romantic idealism. Juliet, the daughter of the rival Capulet clan, was a vision of beauty and grace, with a spirit as fiery as her redoubtable family's reputation. Their love was forbidden, yet irresistible, blossoming amidst the chaos and violence of their feuding families. From the moment they first laid eyes on each other at a masquerade ball, Romeo and Juliet were drawn together like moths to a flame, unable to resist the magnetic pull of their hearts. Their secret romance flourished in the shadows, as they stole fleeting moments of passion and tenderness amidst the tumult of Verona's streets. Yet, their happiness was short-lived, as the simmering tensions between the Montagues and Capulets threatened to tear them apart. Faced with the prospect of being separated forever, Romeo and Juliet made a desperate gamble to be together. In a clandestine ceremony, they exchanged vows of eternal love, pledging themselves to each other in defiance of the world's cruelty and strife. But fate, ever cruel and capricious, had other plans in store for the star-crossed lovers. A tragic twist of fate led to misunderstandings and miscommunications, culminating in a chain of events that would seal their tragic destiny. As the feud between their families escalated into open conflict, Romeo and Juliet found themselves trapped in a web of deceit and betrayal. With the forces of fate closing in around them, they made a final, desperate bid for freedom, hoping against hope to find a way to be together against all odds. But alas, it was not to be. In a heart-wrenching climax that shook the very foundations of Verona, Romeo and Juliet's love was torn asunder by the cruel hand of fate. In death, they found the only escape from the torment of their star-crossed love, their tragic end serving as a poignant reminder of the destructive power of hatred and prejudice. Yet, even in death, Romeo and Juliet's love endured, a beacon of hope and inspiration for generations to come. For though they may have been torn apart by the cruel hand of fate, their love remained eternal, transcending time and space to unite them in a realm beyond the reach of mortal strife and sorrow. As the news of Romeo and Juliet's tragic demise spread throughout Verona, the city was plunged into mourning. The bitter feud between the Montagues and Capulets, once the source of so much strife and suffering, was overshadowed by the collective grief of a city torn apart by tragedy. In the wake of their deaths, the elders of Verona came together to broker a fragile peace, recognizing the folly of their long-standing feud in the face of such profound loss. Though the wounds of the past ran deep, they vowed to honor the memory of Romeo and Juliet by putting aside their differences and working together to build a better future for their city. And so, amidst the tears and sorrow, a new dawn began to break over Verona. The streets that had once echoed with the sounds of violence and hatred were now filled with the voices of reconciliation and hope. Families who had long been divided by ancient grudges now came together in solidarity, united by the shared desire to honor the memory of Romeo and Juliet and ensure that their tragic sacrifice was not in vain. In the years that followed, Verona flourished anew, transformed by the legacy of Romeo and Juliet's love. Their story became a symbol of hope and inspiration, celebrated by poets, artists, and lovers alike for generations to come. And though Romeo and Juliet were laid to rest in the tomb that had become their final resting place, their spirits lived on in the hearts of the people of Verona, a testament to the enduring power of love to overcome even the greatest of tragedies. For in the end, it was their love that triumphed over all, shining like a beacon of light in the darkness, guiding the way to a brighter tomorrow for Verona and all who called it home. And the years that followed the tragedy of Romeo and Juliet, their story became a cautionary tale passed down through generations. Parents warned their children of the dangers of unchecked hatred and prejudice, urging them to seek understanding and forgiveness instead. The feud between the Montagues and Capulets, once the defining feature of Verona's social landscape, began to fade into memory. Old grudges were set aside, and the wounds of the past slowly began to heal as the people of Verona embraced a new era of peace and cooperation. Yet, amidst the tranquility of their city, the memory of Romeo and Juliet lived on as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the power of love to transcend even the greatest of obstacles. Their story inspired countless works of art,